actually turned off my green screen, which again seems to having some trouble actually standing properly. That's what you get for having kids, guys. Your green screens get wrecked. Okay, yeah, not really an issue. Everything else is working, so that is nice. There we go. Now let's set the correct game and we can start. There we go. Great. It's time to turn the face cam on. Great. Alrighty, right. So, here we are in game. Already used up all my factories for various shit. Okay, we're producing a ton of light tanks early on because I want to convert a ton of them. Let's see. We have to set up naval production, obviously. Yeah, that's now a thing. Yeah, I have to see what I do about these. Since we integrated a propaganda mod, that gives most nations the option to go for propaganda. Okay. So the thing is, if we go for this, we can start a decision with a countdown that requests me to build 20 destroyers, or to have 20 destroyers. Now I have to count. Actually, let's go with this. We start with 12. This test version is already out, Xander. You know that, right? And this one is already available for you. It's actually on the official Reddit, the Ultra Reddit. So I think these count as DDs, so I don't have to build new ones. So finishing 8 would be sufficient to hit the target. I actually have to finish some of the destroyers. They get priority for that. One, two. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Cancel you. 8. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destroyers. I'm gonna finish. The others I'm not finishing. Yeah, that's pretty quick then. Especially when we then have enough tungsten. I'm gonna finish. How many small submarines are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I only need 5, so cancel that. And then we're gonna finish those submarines that already started construction and end the others. Okay, that's better. That saves us some time. It means less submarines at the start, but that's okay since they are not good submarines anyway. Okay, once that thing is finished, all the others are gonna be built. We're gonna build at least one additional heavy cruiser and continue on with the Bismarcks, of course. And if I can, I will build 2 light carriers of sufficient modern build. I mean, I wouldn't be against building one of those, but that's because they are lacking chromium. As soon as I start the imports audio, and it's gonna work. Welcome! We also need more steel. That's not an issue. Okay, it actually says we have enough iron now. Great. It's recalculated already. We need 21 tungsten. Hello, Sweden? Let's go with Portugal. What do we go with Sweden? Doesn't really matter. Actually, it does matter. Every little buff helps. Good. And then chromium. That we can actually also import. From there. That would be all the resources we currently need. There will most likely be some kind of recalculation. Miyamoto! Welcome back, man! Nice to see you on stream. How are you doing? I really hope for Darthan to show up so I can celebrate with him. Wow, 38. Moin. 38 months. Holy hell. I really hope for Darthan to show up, since I really want to congratulate him. Okay, we need these. We start with suicide pills. Okay, so, some of you might already know this focus tree. It has changed a bit. Still no work done on this, which annoys me to no end, but we're gonna get there. So you can see Anti-Comintern Pact, War with the USSR, and so on is now here on the right. So some symbols have changed to the version you know from the current mod version on Steam. More importantly, this has been changed significantly to include the various plans, and the plans work differently now too. We also now have the Create the Fallschirmschule, which grants you the paratroopers, the tech paratroopers, and then yeah, some bonuses, and you get actually a free paratrooper division, though it's relatively small, and the 2 paratrooper generals after you expanded the Luftwaffe, of course. Yeah, Army Innovations, changed symbol, nothing big. I really want to rename these innovation things, since they annoy me to no end, but we're gonna get there. And, yeah. The old focus that gave you the decision to go with the Soviet Union and basically use them to reform your army, your tanks, that was nonsense, so we replaced it with something that actually happened in 1936, and that is the formation of the Panzertruppe, as also in 1936 the Fallschirmschule was also established. So I don't know why Paradox went for something ahistorical there, but we just put something historical in the same place that does the same thing. Makes more sense. So you can see they now also give the bonuses for the various techs that we have implemented for rifles and so on. Army Innovations gives something for AT rifles, but this one gives something for the heavy AT rifle and the cheap SMG, the MP40. Army Innovations 2 that you can only get when going to war with the Soviet Union now grants you, besides the tank bonuses, also 2 bonuses on semi-auto rifles, a bonus on general purpose MGs, and a massive bonus for heavy mortars, since the Germans just took the Soviet 120mm mortar, were like, that's a great thing, and kept it. Basically completely unchanged. Yeah. But yeah, everything else has been a bit streamlined, and we now have the Werwolf again. Which just means that German divisions fight better on home turf. Okay. We still have not renamed these, but I really want to do that they get renamed. Like, this gives 2 research slots. Yeah. We're gonna get there. In any case, that's the new focus tree, and we start with the Rhineland as usual. Resources are done. I have to reorganize the Navy and the Air Force a bit. Army is already set up. Let's take the Air Force together. And then let's start. Chinese want something. They get something. And immediately we need additional iron. Oh yeah, the imports. Actually, the imports are okay. We're importing a lot from future countries we're going to conquer, and that is completely fine. It makes France a bit stronger, but I'm prepared to deal with that if in return I get more factories out of them and equipment. Oh, by the way, we're running max buff. Just for the lols. Okay. Greece turned down the iron exports to me. Alright. Great. Even more. Italy is out. We immediately need more steel, but that's fine. Okay, skull to everyone. Oh, before I forget. And I think I didn't assign you to fleets. Let's make sure that they all end up in the right fleets. That would be this one. So many ships to organize. So annoying still for all this time. There's a reason so many people just cancel that stuff. Okay. There we go. Army. Just train. I'm gonna set that army to Reichenau. Gut. Tanks under Guderian. And then we have the Gebirgsbrigade, and we'll actually keep 2 Mountaineer Division around. He's an SS guy. I don't want to use him, but the only other guy we have that is useful is Dietl. Who's actually commander, which is better, so we're gonna take him. Which regions counts as homeland? Werwolf. The Werwolf was an organization put into service by the SS, by Himmler. It was also his idea, from what I remember. Was it Goebbels' idea? It would also been Goebbels. Maybe I mixed something up. Basically, it was their attempt to create something like a resistance movement in German territories. So German corps will have the Werwolf effect. That would be here, Eastern Prussia. Once we have it, I'm not entirely sure if these regions will count as German corps, actually. Sudets will count as corps, Austria will count as corps. And of course, everything you have at the start. And... okay. You hope we never need Werewolf. Okay, good. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, Poland, buy my shit. It's okay. But yeah, I really hope we won't need that. But who knows, since I'm playing max buff with the untested weapons stuff. We're gonna see. Reinforcements low priority. We also should start training some divisions. Those are high priority. Upgrades low priority. Supply trucks max. Operations garrisons. There we go. As I usually do it. Okay, let's merge all squadrons. That's actually fine. It'll take a while until they are all filled up. Yeah, some single of these, but for now it's all training. Not much happening, so we can run on speed 5 for now. Yeah. Wow, that was quick. Well, Italy is buffed by 50%. Standardized air wings. I'm not sure that there is yet a decision reached on that topic, since it's a bit difficult. We might have to figure out something for that. But we'll most likely go with 150s or something like that. Yeah, division experience icons have changed. So they're easier to distinguish. So this is silver and then goes into gold. Improved airplane catapult, very good. So, carrier armor or carrier? Could also go for planes already. We can start producing a proper light bomber, but I'm not sure. I want to keep light bombers around since I have the squadrons after all. I'm not going to play fully optimized, I think. I want to have some flavor with light bombers, though I prefer the medium ones. But light bombers aren't bad in contested airspace, at least the German ones. So I'm tempted to do this. Definitely need those, but it's too early for them. That's going to take far too long. I'm alive, Poetic Wine. I'm trying to stream a bit more now. It's too bad that Dolphin isn't here. I really wanted to congratulate him. I'm gonna specifically tag him. Give me a second. Ah. In that case, Poetic Wine, thank you for being here. I think I'm gonna go for the light bombers. Bonsai! Alter Stuka-Sirenen-Stimmmeister. You're not running out of ideas, you are. Very nice. Let's get the Fliegender Bleistift rolling. How are you guys all doing? Almost done with Rhineland, very nice. Yeah, I really have to see what I can do with these propaganda decisions, since the issue is, you have to promise me, basically, to not report me to the German authorities, since currently there are still swastikas in there. So, yeah, that could cause issues. We're working on getting them out, since we integrated a mod that made them. Won't say those are by us, but they are by someone else. That's a mod, I think it's vanilla compatible. So you can play it with vanilla, that every nation has propaganda decisions. Rebalance them for ultra, and now have to adjust the symbols, of course. But we were allowed to use it, which is pretty cool by the original developer. Okay, Elusive Gentleman or War Industrialist first? About a minute of meditation before I can greet you, but no, not running out yet. I'm still sick at home for some days now. I'm not gonna record another few days, I guess. Oh, okay. What happened, man? What do you have? COVID? Hopefully not. Get well soon, man. Stuff going around at the moment, really. Get me better agents, for fuck's sake. That's the good thing why I did this, since it speeds up how quickly we get these. Invisible Bank is the next thing. Getting bipods for STG-44s. Bipods and STGs. I mean, with a long 30-round magazine, that makes kind of sense, I guess? Ladderfix, good evening! But bipods are not something we plan to integrate. We already integrated sniper tags, so you can now get snipers and marksmen. We implemented newly camouflage uniforms. That's now in. This will most likely extend further for a modern assault rifle. Though we're not entirely sure yet what to do, since the Western nations went for battle rifles. Yeah, G3, M14, FNFAL. While the Soviets went for the AK-47 that is closer to the original assault rifle idea of the Germans, and was meant to be used on the assault constant fire, while this was meant for more semi-auto fire and only automatic fire when going into close combat. While the AK-47 was absolutely meant for spray and pray on the assault. So yeah. Also, we need to expand this and probably continue the line with more light anti-tank, and here give something like the first remotely guided anti-tank missiles. Most likely something will happen here too, that is recoilless rifles probably being added as the further development of heavy infantry guns. And from the improved light MG, we most likely will get a modern light MG at that point, since the Soviets had basically the RPD ready to go at the end of the war, and just took a few more years to actually put it into proper mass production after the war ended. So the first belt-fed modern light machine gun for the Soviets. Wine, if you better arthritis foot. Oh shoot! Arthritis is no joke. Also, you can't really heal it, which is really shitty. So there we go. Now we can get the war industrialist. We are already building air force, so we're also gonna get that. We won't. Yeah, that's something I'm missing milk here. You see the... There's Richthofen, Weber, and Udit. Only Richthofen is important. What I'm missing, you have Mill here as bomber interception expert, which is bullshit. I read up on this guy, we have to change that. This guy should actually be Chief of the Air Force. Because Goering, Kesselring makes some sense, he wasn't, but actually you should put Mill here as the air reformer, not Kesselring. After what I read. Milch was the actually genius behind building up the Air Force. He did it wrong, because he focused on bombers. And that's, yeah, especially an issue with bomber interception. No, this guy didn't want fighters, he wanted bombers. And especially medium bombers. So having him as a bomber interception expert makes no sense, and close air support also not. So, yeah. He was the actually guy behind building up the Luftwaffe, so he should be here instead of Kesselring. I will have to look into that a bit more, but probably we're going to change a few things about that. Oh yeah, anyway, before I forget about it, we need Kesselring. The Air Force? Or do we wait a moment longer? Nah, Kesselring. You're going to get more points in a moment. Sadly, no reaction from Darth, and I want to drink my beer. So, I know you guys don't know why, but congratulations to Darthan. For finishing his degree. He's done with studying. Oh yeah, this is, by the way, the beer that I sent to, I'm about to send to Smokes. It's not yet out, since I still have to collect the Coca-Cola and some other stuff I wanted to send him. Another beer, Duckstein, the Duckstein that I wanted to send him. Drinking a beer now when you're ill is probably not such a great idea. Okay, we got that. Still too early. 2000 vintage port I've been enjoying after work. That sounds good. I think I never really had port. Essentially spiced wine, right? From what I remember. Never actually had it. Still a bit early for that. And we have no other important naval techs right now that I would have to research. So, how about that? Oh, next agent. Somewhat useful. Safecracker can help in certain situations, so... Heavy infantry equipment to Denmark. Oh yeah, the new armored car. Not doing... Okay. So currently we're outfitting all divisions with the same shit. This will change as soon as I have built up a bit more equipment. As you can see, we're currently producing infantry squad equipment. And that is the Schützen equipment that is now being produced. Gonna have to change around the divisions a bit. That's slightly annoying at the moment, but it's still fine. Next thing to research, due to everything that has changed, is now probably now actually that, yeah. Could research the... Oh, okay, well, that means I would have to get that. It's early production for Panzer II. I'm gonna wait a bit for it. You know what? I'm actually gonna start the carrier armor scheme research. The hat on the opposing wall, drink until you see 2 hats. It's not the worst suggestion, truth be told. You know that, right? Because basically the only kind of medicine you had at the time when it's... Because I think that's probably pretty old, that advice. Was alcohol. Like, literally. It's a disinfectant. If you have something like the flu, completely filling you up with alcohol can actually have beneficial effects because you disinfect yourself. Kind of funny. So, I want this first. We're also already running tanks. So I need the mobile tank designer to speed up the tank research. Oh no, we're not. Crap, my mistake. Yeah. Next thing, this, but well, it's granting us some XP. These, I want them both before I start building the Bismarcks. And then I want the Opel motorized designer, and then we're gonna fill up these. Okay, we could already start building the Bismarcks. That is annoying, and now I have the techs. But I don't have the designers yet. That is a big mistake. That's gonna be annoying as hell, because that makes it difficult to figure out how the actual speed and armor of the things will look at the end. Crap. My solution for having something like the flu is usual: drink a cup, just a cup, probably per day until the bottle is empty, of mead. And enough water and lots of tea, of course. Hot meat, great stuff when you're ill. Bonsai, you can really do that. It's honey, so it has already some capabilities that are very beneficial when you're ill, and it's actually not bad. Still a disinfectant, of course. So especially when you have something with your throat, absolutely awesome. And hot with it's honey. Basically, you're drinking alcoholic honey. Yeah, that's what meat is. And hot, nothing better. And you will sleep like a baby afterwards. So drink it in the evening. Okay. Good. These guys are building up the network there. Well, we have, of course, first to finish construction of all these things before I can start building the Bismarck. And these destroyers are really slowing us down. You know, the Verfassungsschutz League by Jan Böhmermann. I'm not sure. Did he have another one? Because I remember him having a league, or creating a league, about the issues with our IT security. German IT security. National security, that is. Do we go straight for naval effort? We straight go for naval effort, so we get all the wharfs. New one! Ah, I read something on Twitter on the side, but didn't really look deeper into it. What did he find now? Something about the NSU, probably? That's probably the most interesting stuff. So that would give us a lot of additional shipyards. Yeah, that's actually something. One of our new team members went deep into digging about the German build-up system for Plan Y, Plan Z. That's just the different names they had for it. Plan X, Plan Y, Plan Z. And basically, we now have named shipyards with the correct location. That's pretty awesome. Some great work by him. Aaron is that. Oh god. Oh god, he has actual documents from the NSU terrorist thingy. Oh my god. Ooh, that's going to be spicy, whatever he uncovers there. Or uncovered already. Oh god, we got them both. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Good. Then let's check. We're currently producing regular Schützen equipment. That I want to change. We're gonna call it Schützen 36. And the Schützen 36 get an additional bolt action rifle. We have basic uniforms. Those are basically pre-World War I. This is then modern World War I uniforms. And later on you can get camouflage. So we improve on company radios. Many grenades. That's something that, no. Some grenades is fine. We don't want an additional squad member. So, yeah, and no additional machine gun for the regular infantry. Good. Should probably have saved that as a new one. Crap, my mistake. Rename it. There's some kind of issue that it sometimes doesn't work properly, so that should be better. And we're now gonna do something similar. Gonna type the Schützen 36. Create a new one. Actually, no. Cancel that. There, Mordschützen. Create a new one. And we call it Mordschützen 36. As you can see, they have less men per squad. But they have 2 general purpose MGs and many grenades. So smaller force with less HP, which gets, of course, yeah, counteracted by the armor. But they are cheaper, but in return have more firepower. So that's just the thing you need. And I want the Mordschützen equipment to go into production like this. So then we take the heavy weapon stuff for regular forces. I'm gonna upgrade that a bit. What is it there? Okay, and that's gonna be Schwere Kompanie 36. We're gonna replace that with a heavy general purpose machine gun. Not really imbar at all. Wish we had a base design that I could go off for. Show me outdated ones. See, that's something we could use. We'll save that. And I think from there, yeah, from there it works. Okay. So that's the Schwere Company 36. We switched that to general purpose machine gun. No. Apparently it's already pretty well balanced. So we're not able to put additional machine guns in. You can't stack stuff. We can put so that's a light mortar. We can put a medium mortar in. And then we can add a light infantry gun and a heavy infantry gun. And you can see that it went up quite a bit. Yeah, in comparison to the initial design here, 30.37. This is now 0.67. So, yeah. Almost 100% more costly. I could now add anti-tank gun company. And an anti-air company. And at that point, it gets really costly. And I think we haven't researched them yet. You could get something like AT rifle companies. Heavy AT rifle, but those are of course in the same slot, so you only can get one of those, and so on and so on. For the current setup, I'm not gonna put any companies in there of AT and AA guns, and instead we're gonna keep that around. There we go. The Schützen 36 is gonna be gone, as is that. And that. So, and this is going to be replaced with the Schwere Company 36. And then we're gonna design something separate from that. And that's gonna be the Schwere Mod Company 36, the motorized one. That one gets the extra firepower. Until we get AT rifles, then we switch to AT rifles for them. That is now really costly. There we go. Currently, it's sadly not possible to use this. We would love to put that as a mode mech and probably special forces, so that you have 3 categories here, so you don't have to switch that around in the division panels, which I have to do now. But sadly, currently that breaks the tank designer. That is also being finished at the moment, so we can't do that yet. Hopefully we find a way to work around that at one point. In the meantime, this is the regular infantry division. That's not gonna get Mordschützen 36 equipment. Or Mordschützen equipment. While the Mord division, obviously, they can get everything they want. That's just fine. As long as they are actually equipped. Light division, I'm gonna keep them around, but I don't really need them. Panzer division. Yeah, same. They can get everything. For now, later on I will switch that. You want to rename something. What do you want to name? Cavalry. Very important that they don't get access to Mordschützen equipment. There we go. And we're going to change that later on. That reminds me, we also have to change the heavy equipment, of course. You'd like a carrier. Okay, once I build one, you get one. So, no Schwermord for them. Does a cavalry brigade? No, they don't get heavy equipment. Okay. Good. You also don't get the mode. I think. But actually, no, they get it. They get it. That's totally fine for special forces. Gives them extra firepower. That's very good for them. Okay, there we go. Good. Great. Did I hear my wife? Give me a second. So, naval effort has run through. And with that done, I'm gonna go for the army innovation. Form the Panzertruppe. Let's go! Why is my fleet in the harbor? Constant training, guys. Constant training. Waiting for the Spanish Civil War to happen. Any moment now. Ah, first divisions are popping up. Yeah, they were supposed to train.
Angetreten. Befehle.
What your mission is to take Poznan? Posen in German? Does it like Sicarius? That's one way to put it. So these agents are being trained up to level 4. While I expand my agency. $50 points. Yeah, the next thing I want is this. There we go. Sadly, that's gonna take a while longer. And that's why. Can only send air volunteers, and we're gonna do just that. How many are we allowed to send? We're gonna see in a moment. 244. Ah, the reworked air regions in northern Spain. Let's see if the Republicans can hold the city of Bilbao and the harbor here in Oviedo. Okay, Bilbao seems to be defended. We can't see it yet because we don't have an attaché in the country. Which is also not being accepted. Great. Improve relations. Okay, guy already died, so another military junta is in power. Oh, we need more steel in a moment. Relations are good enough. Send the attaché and stop improving. Good. Oviedo and Bilbao are both being defended. Oviedo pretty heavily defended even. Okay, we're forming the Panzertruppe now. So we have our bonuses, then we're going to go for the Air Force. And then we're going to go for the others. I don't think we need the paratrooper focus just yet. Time for more steel. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, the factories are already coming in. Oh, Bilbao has nonetheless fallen really fast. Because for some reason the debuff was immediately removed there. It's not removed here, so Aviator is gonna hold for a bit, but not much longer than since the troops there apparently were shipped in and are very low. Really have to rework this at one point. This falling, it didn't fall until early 1937, so we really have to do something. Oh, okay, I'm back in a second, guys. Oh, hey, Shadow. Any functional equipment. Okay. Ah, well, that's probably just fixing... setting the divisions correctly, right? Yeah, we really have to do something about northern Spain. I think... northern Spain collapsing so fast is the main culprit, while the whole civil war doesn't play out as it should. Because it frees up so many nationalist troops when it collapses that early that the Republicans have no chance of properly establishing their positions. Okay. I could wait for this. But let's be honest here. I mean, I could research this. Once the Air Force thingy hits, I could probably rush this. Research a tank or whatever. I mean, I now have a bonus on the anti-tank rifle, so I could do that too. I probably will. Do a switch around the mode equipment in 1937. But I want that carrier. So I'm going for the carrier. Yes, I'm importing iron from France. More stuff to capture. And less work at the start.
Angetreten.
Yeah, see that? With free... That Bilbao immediately loses the debuff. Basically kills the north. That's one thing. And then with the reserve troops they get from that, and the troops the Republicans lose trying to stabilize that front, they now lost like 6 divisions up here. That now leaves a gap in their line, and they're getting pushed back to Madrid, and yeah, from there on it's just collapsing. Really annoying. Oh yeah. Also means I have to switch my bombers around now, who took some losses apparently. Also overstacking their airfield apparently. Okay, next thing's next. We could go for this. I think I'm actually going to start the research of the anti-tank rifle, since it's going to take a while. Dockyards are free. That means we can now start construction. Oh no, actually we can't. We first have to finish these. Do we though? We want to fill them up first. I think. Let's fill those up and then we start construction of the Bismarcks. That reminds me. Japan, I need more. Okay. There goes the Panzertruppe. Then give me expand the Luftwaffe. Not gonna unlock a doctrine as of yet. Oof. Where does all that steel suddenly go? Okay. Oh, into shipyards it's going. I'm gonna have to change that in a second too anyway. Since, just after I said that, various projects were finished apparently, and boom. Yeah, we can go for the Nordwerft too. We're gonna get even more dockyards in a moment. Good. Show me the Scharnhorst. We're gonna develop something new. It's gonna be the Bismarck. With Zetac radar from the start, and Additional light AA battery. I'm gonna cut that down to the minimum. Replace that with dual purpose 14 centimeters, and same here. Use the range to medium. Improve that. So. Currently you have 350 millimeters, so upping that to this. Not very costly and grants more armor. I would like to get to the magical... I'm not quite getting to 50. Even with the buffs. I think I'm gonna stick around with that. Allows me to reduce the engine a bit. To remember that we're gonna stick some upgrades on it, but as long as it's above 30, I'm fine. Because that means that the older British battleships can't actually catch me. Okay. Nothing to do here. The battery. Oh, we might actually have to switch something around since I forgot to change the battery. Yeah, there we go. As expected. That means I have to upgrade the engine a bit more. And we're still below the limit. Very nice. Hello, Lilinary check. Hopefully I don't completely butcher your name. Sorry for that already. Okay, that worked. And now we need additional iron. Probably not enough. And we need tungsten too. That actually was too much iron. Okay. There we go. Okay. Once the Bismarcks are running, I don't think I'm going... I have to upgrade at least the Leipzig class. That's really something I have to do. Let's upgrade the interrogation tech. Look at all the agents by now. Still level 1. Gonna take a while before we get to level 2. Oh, finally. That reminds me, we need the first field marshal. Gonna take for List, since he's the one that has the highest chance of actually getting the logistics trade early, and he already has this one. The best chance you have as German field marshal to get the logistics wizard to reduce the needs of your infantry. And there we already are. I think we're gonna go for the upgrade now. They're the old light cruisers. Yeah, the issue is, as always, the Nürnberg. We have the Leipzig, and that's a totally fine light cruiser. Perfectly suited for what I'm planning to do. And the Nürnberg is almost the same, but sadly, exactly in that one case, it isn't. And that is the range. The range is too long. 4,400, and the Nürnberg has... Oh, actually, the Nürnberg is the one that I need. Oh, no, wait. What's the range? No, I have to check. Before I do something stupid. The Bismarcks. Range 3,600. So, wrong one. We have to switch the Leipzig to the Nürnberg class. That way around it was. So there's the Nürnberg. Shorter range. Also a bit slower, but that's only due to its position currently. So the design has 31.5 max speed. We're gonna stick everything on that what it needs to be up to date, more or less. And change a few things around. So let's upgrade the aircraft. Switch that out for heavy AA, and there we go. Very nice ship. We can keep that since it's already installed. We keep that since it's already installed. Now it has medium long range, which is better. Yeah, it's much better than what I plan to do. And we can actually switch the Leipzig into that design without too many costs. It's only 87 days to convert it. There we go. And doesn't show me, sadly. Thought so. Get even more iron. Fine with that. And chromium. They can't supply enough chromium anymore. Let's check Finland. Can't too. Shame. There we go. Resource situation is fine again. Inshirek, if you have any questions, just ask. I'm happy to answer about the mod. Damn, we're losing a lot of bombers here. Oh, they imported Italian fighters. But the Italians are fighting now on the Spanish side. Well, that's annoying. That is bad for them since... Oh god, they're completely collapsing super fast today. Ah, that's bad. Due to the Republicans throwing so many divisions up here and then losing them quickly, they're now just collapsing in all ends. That's gonna be a very quick Spanish Civil War, sadly. Damn it. Well, it can always happen that the AI screws up. It's annoying though when it happens. Ah, there's the escort ship objective. We just need the heavy cruiser now. And then we have fulfilled it and get a lot of buffs. So this is representing that the German Navy was building up to a certain way, so it encourages you to actually have these destroyers. They're not very useful, I have to admit, but I like to get the buffs. So do we get that, or do we go for... I think we go for the 4-year plan. The Fellowship Shooter is not that important. Historically, it was created this year, but it's not that important right now. Afterwards, we need this, since the next slot that becomes available goes straight to the BF-109B1. Oh yeah, recruiting. We want Soviet agents, please. That's the end boss for us, basically. That reminds me of something I almost forgot about. Who of you guys has House of Iron 4 and doesn't have the new DLC? I have a DLC key. Completely forgot about that. I could make a raffle for you guys that don't have the DLC. And now you can hear me, Poetic Wine. Are you on a break? Great timing. If nobody else says anything, I'm gonna send it to you immediately. So guys, if you want to take part in a raffle for the key, just tell me. And I'm gonna set up a quick raffle. Otherwise, it's just going straight to Poetic Wine. Okay, that should be fine for now. I want Walter von Brauchitsch for 0.10. We also get that here. So, first that. Navy and Air XP is super important for us. Army and Air XP, sorry. Just give me a second. I should be able to set up a raffle if nobody else wanted Poetic Wine. I'm gonna send it to you. I have to look it up. Do I still have that around? Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Well, if nobody wants to. Oh, there it is. Okay. Found it. Still have it, so. Oh, that's sad. Oh, yeah. Due to the arthritis. You know what? Now I'm tempted to not give it to you, so you don't spend your valuable time where you can actually sit upright at the computer, which most certainly won't make it better. Oh, shoot.
Befehle. Angetreten.
So, the new army comes under the command of Falkenhorst. Oh! Yeah, that is annoying. I'm not so sure he's sadistic. I'm sure he only has the best in mind for you. Oh, okay, okay. So if you're supposed to sit upright more, then you know what. I'll send it to you after the stream, man. Shouldn't be too long before Ultra is upgraded to it. Non-intervention committee. Oh god. This is going downhill fast. And I lost so many medium bombers. What the fuck? I've seen the huge Italian tree. The new one, yeah. We're gonna cut that down quite a bit. That much I can tell you. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We could go for the Stuka. But I'm actually tempted to go for this now. Fast research of that. What? Fuck that. Light bombers are also joining the fight now. And 100 for him.
Befehle.
Very good. Take over that, and the others go over to Britain now. And start building up their network there. At this point, I prefer to build a heavy cruiser. New one. I have 2 heavy cruisers. There we go. Now we have that, great. And that's going to be switched out to 4 triples. We're going to cut the range down to medium cruising to be on 1 level with the regular battleships. And hit points drop, speed increases, reliability drops, manpower drops, armor goes up slightly. That's due to the softer deck armor, right? That is better. Speed doesn't change. Light, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, then let's see. Can we go down? Go down quite a bit with this due to the range decrease that we went through. It's actually cheaper than the Hippo, but more heavily armed and armored. I don't want to go deep lower, since we will have to put some upgrades on it, and that might be heavier for it. There we go. $100 points in a moment, and those go to Army Maneuver Genius. Good. Three factories achieved. How's the little one, the rest of the family? Really good. The little one is a joy. She has recovered from being born about 2 to 3 weeks early. So she's now doing fine. She now looks like a proper baby. She was so thin right after birth, but she's now proper thick baby, as I'm used to from my other children. It's fine, man. You're ill. So I'm really enjoying her being there. It's wonderful to have her. And already out. I think Saxony is gonna get 3 of those. "4 AM tonight!" Well, congrats to him. First one? Because the first one is always very special. Second, okay. Still, congrats to him. One tends to forget how it is to see them for the first time. It's really like that. That is probably happy to have her. Both. Now. Guess it's good when you have them both. Boy and a girl. Oh god, we can expand it further. God, how many of those are there? I'm probably overspending on the Navy at this point. It was nice talking to you, Poetic One. Time to design a proper light cruiser. We have no modern cruiser design, so we have to design that one from the ground up. quadruple 15cm guns. For max ground firepower, we'll add 12.7cm guns. Dual purpose for additional light attack and piercing. And also a nasty AA battery. Give them this armor, that is heavy cruiser armor of the Hipper class, which doesn't have that much armor actually. But that's pretty nasty armor for a light cruiser, but we want them to be survivable. Medium cruising radius on top of that, with this engine and modern armor design. It's a very nasty light cruiser. Reminds me, name list. You can't add them. At the moment. That slot is not available for them. That is their secondary battery. Only battleships and battlecruisers currently get a wrong, and Panzerschiffe get this. Only Panzerschiffe and these get that. Not even heavy cruisers. Got that. Okay, more of that. Good. And we need additional chromium that sadly Japan can't provide anymore. That is something Finland can actually provide. Very nice. God damn it, finish some more factories. More points. Yeah, that should give us a lot of additional resources. And now the Reichsautobahn. Let's get to iron ore. Heavy cruiser is still in the build, and then that is finished. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cutting this down. And we're now overproducing steel. Sorry, Finland. Good. There we go. And we have more free factories now. Additional rubber refinery there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Now you can see that's now almost on a useful level. Republicans are still resisting heavily here. That squadron did well. Okay. I have to check how many I need here, actually. All of you are supposed to train. What the fuck aren't you getting about that? Cranking up production of bombers, dive bombers and everything. Oh, okay. There it goes. That means my bombers are free to help Japan. Since I'm running a max buff here, the AI is maximum buffed, I'm going to support Japan with bombers, actually. Negere Göringwerke. We launched the Reichsautobahn effort. That reminds me, we don't have student yet to get the command forces upgrade. It's all Navy stuff. We want every bit of XP we can get for anything, so we have to instate those first, and then we go for the theorists. Actually, we might have to stuff this in between. We want the extra research slots. Okay. So far it's going alright. Oh yeah, that's my mistake. That's something I did previously, so Vic 3 would run properly. That's my mistake. Give me a split second, I'm gonna restart the stream quick.